Hey everyone, and welcome back to my second YouTube video. First off, let me start this video out by saying thank you so much to every single person who has gone and watched the first video I released. I'm absolutely floored by how many views it's got, how many likes it's got, and all the positivity in the comments, and it means so much to me to hear that you guys are being inspired by watching it. So if you've seen the first video, you're probably asking yourself a simple question. Why isn't the truck red? Well, that's what I'm here to explain to you today. How we went from that there red truck to this here silver truck, how we managed to pick ourselves up an additional red truck somewhere along the way. So stick with me, let's go through it. So this is a 1981 diesel Hilux. It is 5-speed manual transmission and gets unreal gas mileage. So while all this is going on, I had my truck towed to Disturbed Industries. Those guys are Toyota specialists around here, and what I had them do was a full 3.4 rebuild from the bottom up, brand new clutch with a Tundra big brake swap. And then I got right back to it, sold the cab that came with the truck, and then immediately got to work putting the tailgate back on that the owner had sent me, just so I'd be fully ready to get this thing moved. Then I came over, got my friends to help me lift it back into the Hilux and strapped it down, just so the next morning I'd be all set for the big move day. Then the people over at Slice of Life Studios, who I'll leave a link to their business below, were super rad in letting me take over their warehouse that they rent out for parties, etc. to accommodate this move. This time of year it rains so much, and I really just wanted to have it perfectly dry so that I can ensure that I got a really good seal on my camper. So I got the trucks backed up tail to tail, and then I just laid down some weather stripping. This is collapsible foam weather stripping, and this is just going to help seal the camper in. I actually didn't do this last time, so I'm just trying to do it better each time yet. Then, with a squad of friends and a bunch of help, we just simply lifted it up off the Hilux and placed it down. If you're curious about the weight, we are going to get to its final official weight here at the end of the video. So in these next clips, I want to get a really good angle of how we actually mount the camper to the truck, because a lot of people are curious. You can see here that we just literally drilled straight through the bed rails of the truck, and I bolted onto the bed of the truck. From here, I I just simply need to reinstall my interior. I'm gonna do a pretty, quote, quick and dirty job of doing this because it's winter right now. I just wanna use this thing. And then come spring or summer, I've got some ideas where I really would like to take some time to redo the interior entirely, as well as do an excellent job of matching the back doors to the rest of the camper and probably installing a couple bigger windows in the rear window when I get to doing that. So, gotta thank my friend Allie for coming here and giving me a hand getting this all done. She is the #1 person I snowboard with in the winter, so she was vested in getting our little headquarters back together as well. And obviously, gotta interrupt our progress to save the camp. So I'm here just basically putting everything back the exact same way it was, as best I can, as quickly as I can, because I've only got a certain amount of time here at the Slice of Life Studios before I need to be back on out so they can start going back to their regularly scheduled programming. And thank you guys once again so much. Link to them down below. So while I was here and I had a nice indoor dry space, there's a couple body gaps on my eyebrows that I really wanted to deal with. So I got this flex shot as seen on TV and I slapped some of that bad boy in there. You're gonna see me doing just a quick bit of painter's tape prep work, squeezing that stuff in. It cures in like 5 minutes and it's really structurally sound and it really cleaned up the body gapping. With a little help from my friends, the truck's back in the wild. Come spring, I'll probably start considering doing things like redoing the interior and the back door, but for now, stoked to have it back working and loving using it through the winter.
So that's how we swap trucks. But before I go, the most common question I had on my first video is how much does this camper weigh? To be honest, up until now, I didn't actually know. So I decided now that I had switched chassis, it was time to take it down to the scales and go and get the official weight. So check it out as we figure that out.
So you can see when I put it on the scale, hop out the truck, it scales in at 4,360 pounds.
So after taking it to the scale, subtracting that from factory weight, and adding up all the bits and bobs that are left in the truck, I can tell you now, this bad boy here weighs 810 pounds. And now, before we go, I just want to dedicate this video. It's all about Uncle Ian's truck to my nephew, Bodie. Really miss ya. Hi, Bodie.
And finally, I don't even care if you like this video, just smash subscribe. YouTube emailed me and said that I have enough hours from that very first video that if I get 1,000 of you guys to smash subscribe, they'll pay me. Help me get this internet money. Thanks to Advance if that's you. Catch you next time.